If we look ahead to the US's role in Venezuela's political agreement, blocking or unblocking it will be decisive. The fact that there are bounties on Venezuelan leaders who would enter into free elections. How can you hold a free election if there's a $2 million bounty on your head? So we'll say the US has some variables on which to play there. It can help with the process, not of appeasement because Venezuela hasn't yet overcome violence, but with the process of a democratic political agreement. I invite Biden's government to become a militant of peace in this corner of South America, which does then also lead into appeasement in Colombia, where the US does play a decisive role, because depending on its drug policy, there's either peace or war in South America. The result of Nixon's war on drugs declared 50 years ago has been 1 million dead Latin Americans, and now 100,000 North Americans dying of overdoses that don't have to do with Latin America. So reforming its anti-drug policy towards zero cocaine consumption from a public health standpoint and not a criminalisation standpoint could bring peace to Colombia in a matter of months. It depends on the US.
Final question. Do you think President Biden understands how big the problem is?
Que si entiende esto. Yo pienso que sí.
If he understands this, then yes, I think so. I think today's US government understands that the war on drugs as it was shaped by Nixon has failed and only spilt blood in Latin America and created the most violent region in the world, including many cities inside the United States, as well as a sort of invisible racial war. And on top of that, the fact that almost twice as many of the deaths in Vietnam are taking place every year due to a medication that is now a fatal drug such as fentanyl, demonstrates a total failure of Nixon's policy that's carried out to this day. Fixing this is difficult in the US, but it's necessary for peace in the Americas.